You live in the UK, I live in Europe. Getting CRTs here would be specific, even those models. Those Sony models would be a massive fucking pain in the ass. UK is not part of Europe. It's a separate fucking entity now, remember? Remember Brexit? Hello? Are you living under the rock? Well, it's not. Well, if it's not part of the EU, it's not part of Europe anymore. Clearly, clearly they want it to be their own little land. Hell, if you fucking ship from, you know, from them, you get hit by fucking customs. So clearly, they're not part of Europe anymore. Europe is a continent. Unless UK is physically moved, it will remain a part of Europe. Okay. China is also near, like in the European continent, but it's China. We don't call it a part of Europe. Okay, well, Asia is a part of Europe then, by your definition, because it's physically like in the land. Because it's physically like next to the fucking land. What do you mean how? It's the same principle with fucking UK. Do I need to open a map? Yes, that's the fucking same way the UK is next to the Europe. They're just next to each other. But UK is now a separate fucking thing, a separate whole fucking continent. You can. Well, okay, you want to actually argue about this? Okay. No, not Euro. Map. Just map, right? What do you mean? UK is a continent now. It's based. You could. Well, okay, maybe not continent is the right word. It's like treated like fucking North America, is what I'm trying to explain. What? Okay, you are actually like New Zealand is a fucking separate island from like the rest of the fucking world. What do you mean? Well, hold on. Is New Zealand a continent? I mean, what are we calling a continent? A separate piece of land in this case? Zealandia is as a continent. New Zealand and New Caledonia are large, isolated islands in the Southwest Pacific Ocean. It's a continent, brother. Why are you fucking arguing about this with me? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm wrong. Whoa. Holy shit. Can't believe for the first time. I mean, I literally Googled this for you. Okay. You really wanna do this? Okay. Okay. What I'm trying to explain here to you, right? You see, like, how it's a whole separate fucking thing? It's not a part of Europe. UK is not a part of Europe. Do you fucking understand? Yes, I would have said it's part of Europe if Brexit wasn't a fucking thing, but because of, you know, technicalities, it is not a part of Europe. It's literally connected by a road? Okay, what the fuck do you mean? That's what I'm then saying by your logic. If the land of Asia, if the lands between of Asia and Europe are connected, then Asia is part of Europe then as well. By your logic, it's literally connected by land. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, oh, you're gaslighting me. Also, motherfucker. New Zealand continent. New Zealand was listed as a continent by Cogley, 1984. Oceania is a wider region encompassing the Australian continent, New Zealand, various island countries in the Pacific Ocean that are not included in the 7-continent model. Okay, so you are using a 7-continent model here, but like it... I guess technically then Australia is a continent? 6 years ago, Zealandia was announced as Earth's 8th continent. Zealandia is not a continent, then what are you talking about? And Oceania, it says it's a continent, bro. Oceania is a continent. Okay, well... Okay, I see what... Okay, hold up. I'll backtrack a little bit. Okay, Okay, so Oceania is the continent, and Oceania is made up of New Zealand, I guess, right? It's like, let's see. Yeah, Australia, New Zealand, Zealandia, the 8th continent. Okay, who is fucking right here? You or me? Like, what's going on here? At this point, I have no idea. Anyway, as I was saying, You're wrong. Anyway, back to gaming, because I think I might get fucking, like, disqualified for streaming geography during a Genshin stream. Europe, just like Oceania, is a collection of country and islands. UK is included in the border. This started because I said UK is a continent, right? My point was that, like, you are saying the UK is a part of Europe, which I disagree with because it's clearly not a part of Europe. As a piece of land, in continental terms, I suppose it is, if you fact-checked it, and I trust that you fact-checked it correctly. Do you know what the EU is? It's a set of countries under a fucking union. You're not gonna get a history lesson out of me because I literally do not remember. Okay, hold on. Wasn't Australia part of EU simply because wasn't the Australia part of the EU because the Queen fucking visited? And, like, she was declared Australia's only monarch? Yeah, well, that's also America. Like, the original Americans were part of the, what is it, like 13 colonies from UK that formed into a, if I'm saying this word right, coalition, and they started slavery. And then Washington came along and was like, okay, we gotta stop slavery, actually. Slavery kinda not based, to be fair. No, I'm saying no shit, Sherlock, that Australia was made up of Englishmen, in the same vein that America was made up of Englishmen. I'm just saying, yeah, like, no shit. Yeah, they declared independence, yeah. They were like, we don't wanna be British anymore, we wanna be Americans. And then they were like, we're gonna be Americans now. Thank you, I try, but clearly I'm being taught a lesson here in geography by Chet.